Welcome to the ScoutCrafter Tool Tote Challenge. John Crane, come on down.
All right on. John Crane coming to you here from the great Pacific Northwest, where we just got a foot of snow outside. I got the fire cooking here in the shop. I got a cup of coffee rolling. And today is an exciting day. Today is the ScoutCrafter Tool Caddy Challenge. And this is an exciting project for me. As a tool guy, right, I am always trying to think of what is the dream tool bag, toolbox, way to transport the tools, neat and organized. So I thank John a lot for this challenge, because this has prompted me to make this bag. Now I think this is just going to be a prototype. It's always good to build a few of these things and improve as you go. So today it's going to be a prototype bag. Now I'm going to base my tool caddy on this bag right here. Now I love this canvas bag. It's been great. I've had it for 20 years. The organization here on the tools and the accessibility is awesome, but there's a few things that I don't like about this bag. One is that it's so floppy. I'd like to stiff it up. And in that respect, I'm going to bring in some metal, and I think I'm going to stiffen up these sides. I'm going to make a metal aluminum box, and then I'm going to wrap that box with canvas sides, pouches for the tools. And I'm also, right, this center here, I don't like the center of this bag as far as just stuff dumped in there, and you kind of got to rummage through tools to find what you have. I'm going to create some vertical storage here in the center, so I can just pull tools out just like this that I can on the side, but have that in the center of the bag. So this is an exciting project for me. This is one of these things where I stay up late at night and, how can I make that great tool bag? So here we go. It's going to be a fun day. All right, now just taking a look at this canvas bag as the model. Now, when I put a tape measure on this bag is about 16 inches long. It's about 9 inches in this dimension, and it's about 9 inches tall. So that is what I'm going to do for the aluminum box. I'm going to make a rectangular box with a bottom and 4 sides. All right, here is my cardboard template. So we got 34 by 11. We got the 16-inch middle section, 9-inch section on each side, and I got these tabs at 1 inch. So this, right, if we fold these tabs up like this, now these tabs are going to be for the rivets to hold this together. So we fold those tabs up, fold up a side, and there is the basic size of our box. And then we'll cut 2 sheet metal sides that go in here, and then it will get riveted around the border here. All right, I pulled out the shear break roll. That's what this tool here is known as. And this is a 40-inch shear. This is a great tool to have. I haven't built a stand for it yet, so I got it here on the table, but this is perfect for this job. It's got these levers here on the side. You can shear down here. It's got some fingers here for the break, and you can do some rolling up top. But here's the piece of metal I got. This is a piece of aluminum, and I pulled this out of a friend's dumpster, actually. It's actually a project I was working on them with. It was an Airstream trailer that we turned into actually a frozen yogurt cart. It actually came out awesome. But this is one of the pieces that got tossed in the garbage, so I salvaged it, and I'm going to get my 34 by 11 piece. Isn't that nice? It just shears that off nice and straight, right? A lot better than trying to do that with some tin snips. All right, I traced the pattern onto here, and now I'm going to cut this just slightly bigger than what the pattern is, just so it's easy to work with. So I'll bring this up here. The blade is right back here, And this is kind of a little stop that pushes down on the middle to keep it from deflecting up. Alright, now I'm going to line my pattern up here with the shear, and this is a good time just to be patient and get this lined up really nicely. I just want to shear right along that line. That looks pretty good right there. Alright, now I'll trim this end right here. Okay, I got the rectangle cut out, but before I do any folding up these corners here, I have to cut these corners off and cut out these little triangles. So I'm just going to slice these right off here. All right, now it's time to fold these tabs up. So if you look at the break is composed of a V block here that goes all the way across. And then it has these fingers here of multiple sizes so you can get those into different shapes. So you slide the sheet metal in there, and then this pushes down on this line right here, and that will give you the fold on this tab. I'll position this here in the break and then bring these fingers down. Just carefully position this. That looks pretty good right there. I'll just put some pressure on the brake. All right, so we got a nice fold on that. I'll flip this over here to the other side. All right, now I removed some fingers here on the brake, and I put these two together, so I got 8.5 inches. Our piece here is 9 inches. So I'm gonna slide this in and get this bend here. Actually, that worked out great. That folded that very nicely. See how our box is coming together here? I'll flip this over. I'll bring these fingers down. Take my time, position this nicely on the line. All right. Beautiful. All right, now I got a bottom and 2 sides, so I need to cut 2 panels that will go right inside here. All right, I did some layout here around the perimeter for the rivets, and I'm just putting these pieces in now, our side pieces, and just clamping this up and getting this box all squared up before I start drilling some holes for some rivets. So I'm just gonna clamp this up, and I'm looking for 16 inches, which is really nice right there. And this is looking pretty good. Now what I got here is some aluminum flathead rivets, some solid rivets there, if you can see that. Now these are 1/8 by 3/16. And for 1/8 by 3/16, the recommended drill bit is a number 30 drill bit, which I got right here. But before I drill any holes, I want to make sure this is nice and square here. All right, now I'm going to come in with my number 30 drill bit here and just zip one right through here. And I'm going to use a Cleco clip here. Now these are great for holding sheet metal together while you're working on it. You just insert it into this tool here, and what it is, it's like a little spring clamp. And when you retract this right here, we can get a close-up on that, right? It pulls the center out. There's this 3-piece clamp here. It pulls the center out. These two tips go together. You insert it in the hole, and then when you release this clamp, it spreads these two tips out. And it's a great clamp for sheet metal. So I just drilled that hole, right? Now I'll insert the Cleco clip right in there, release that, and that holds that spot right there. And now I'll go around and I'll drill the rest of these holes, put in the Cleco clips, and get ready for the rivets. All right, now that I got the holes drilled and I got the Cleco clips in there, I'm gonna pull the first one out right here. And then I got our little 1/8 inch rivet there. I'm gonna pop this up into the hole, just like that. And I got a piece of steel here clamped up in the vise. And I'm just gonna come in with the hammer and just flatten this over. Just like that. Right? So you see that rivet there? I got a nice flat head on the inside. I got a nice flat head on the outside. And I'll do the rest of these probably in fast forward. All right, there's one side all riveted on. And I just want to say, if you were working on an aircraft or something like that where you're doing some riveting, you go in here and you deburr all these holes and have these set to a nice depth and you're checking diameter, that type of thing. But here I'm just building a toolbox today, and so this is just a really nice way to fasten this aluminum sheet metal. And I also want to say that for the aluminum that you want to use for bending, you want to use something like a 50-52. If you're using like a 60-61 or something like that, that aluminum does not like to bend at all in the brake. But something, I didn't know what the alloy is of this that I'm using, but I'm assuming it's something like a 50-52 because it bent up really nice, which is great. All right, we got a box. It's looking pretty good here. But now what I want to do is I want to cut a couple dividers that will go in the middle here. And that'll be a center section where I can drop in hammers, pry bars, that type of thing in the tool caddy. All right, now I'm just gonna slide this right down in here. This will be my divider. All right, now I got this raw edge of metal on the top, and I got some rubber edging here. And I'm just gonna put this right around the top and go over all these top edges. There's gonna be some canvas that goes over the top of some of these. And some of these I want to be able to reach in without scratching my hand here, cutting my hand on the metal. So, all right, now it's time to put a handle on here. And I had a bunch of that vintage strap I was using for the tool rolls, but I'm all out of that. So Looks like I'm gonna have to go with the 1980 Jane Fonda workout strap here. No, this is some nice heavy-duty tow rope here. This is really strong stuff. It's just a little bit bright for my taste. But I think what I want to do is I want to have the strap go all the way under the bottom of this. I think that length feels good right there. Okay, to hold these handles on, I punched some holes right through this strap here with a leather punch. And what I'm gonna do, see this little fastener here? It's like one of those little barrel two-ended bolt type deals. I'm gonna use that to attach that to this sheet metal box here. I'm just gonna put some little marks right there and there. All right, now it's time to start creating the canvas pockets. So if we see these pockets on the side of the bag here, right, I want those to appear on right here. And then on the inside right here, here's one of my prototype tool rolls that I did a while back. And this holds a set of wrenches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this pattern from right in here and put this on this inside wall, and I can have wrenches right down here and also wrenches right down here. All right, I did a bunch of cutting of the canvas off camera there, so I got most of all the pieces cut. This is a nice waterproof canvas here. So this section right here, this is going to be similar to the tool roll, where I'm gonna have wrenches, and that's gonna go on the inside of the tool bag, and then this is gonna be a pocket on the outside. So what I wanna do is I wanna roll a hem on all these edges. So I'm gonna come in with my double stick tape, and you know, you guys have seen a lot of this already in my tool roll video, where I roll these hems like this and then go over to the sewing machine and stitch these. All right, back at the console, and now I'm gonna stitch some of these hems here. So always start with a little back stitch. And then right down the center. And just so you guys know, I'm running Tex 135 thread, and this is a size 21 needle here on this console. Right, it looks just like that, nice and strong. All right, I'm just doing some layout for the pockets on these. So I got this layer on top of here, and I'm just starting to draw some lines where I'm gonna put the stitching. So this side is gonna be the wrenches, and this will get sewed on right about there. And so this pocket, I have 2-inch, 1 7/8, 1 5/8, 1.5 inches, and ends up down 1 3/8. You know, as the wrenches get smaller, the pockets get tighter. And then on this end, right? I have 3.5, 3, 3, 3, 2. All right, these are all ready to rock. I got the wrenches, I got the pliers, I got the screwdriver section here. I got some pens and miscellaneous. So it's time to head over to the sewing machine and stitch all these pockets. See this? It just feeds it right around the edge. Beautiful. Alright, look at that. Isn't that just super pro? That puts a nice edging all around there, and that's ready to attach to our toolbox. All right, just planning out my attachment of this to the aluminum box. I came up with this, just having a little tab here off of the corner with a grommet there. And I'm gonna put one in each corner, sew this in here, and then I'll put a grommet in there. And then this will get a little barrel bolt right through the aluminum there. And this will hold this to our tool caddy. All right, now I want to start mounting these to our tool tote here. And so this, just like that, right? And I'm gonna put these little barrel type bolts here. I don't know if that's the proper name, but right, it's a barrel bolt is what I'm calling it. And I'm gonna put some marks. This handle on, and I gotta snake it through these holes. And you saw earlier I stitched these little pieces of webbing around the strap holes kind of to reinforce that. And let's see how this goes. See if I can remember how the strap goes. All right, I do have it labeled. right, there we go. All right, this is looking pretty cool. I think it's shaping up nicely. All right, now I'll stick these little bolts in here. Awesome. All right, it's time I break out the fire hose. I think this is looking deluxe here, this bag. I got all the outside going on here, but what I'm thinking with the fire hose, I'm thinking of making some compartments right in here where I can slide some vertical tools. Maybe I'll make some little like short sections of this fire hose that drop in here, attached to this wall, and I can drop tools right down in there. There's a lot going on here in this fire hose. This is just the outer protective jacket. And then it has the hose part inside. So if we look at the fire hose, right? It's got a couple sections here, and I can slide this out, maybe. Right? See, this is the rubber part. And then this is the outer sleeve here. All right, so what I'm thinking for some of the fire hose pockets, you know, this is all an experiment here, flying by the seat of my pants, but what I'm thinking is that a chisel, right? If I made a pocket here for a chisel, and I got two in here, and I stitched a row down the center, and then maybe attach this with one of these little barrel bolt things to the inside panel in there, then I could just drop these chisels right in here. All right, already I changed my mind, and now I'm going to cut this, still 8 3/4, but I'm going to cut it with the hot knife so I seal the top edge. And this will keep the top edge from unraveling, right? This is some really heavy duty stuff here, this fire hose. All right, let's see what we got. Look at that. That's pretty sweet right there. Looks like I can do 3 pouches in here. Could be chisel, 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 and have a wide open one here, and the rest of these just wide open. That's pretty cool. All right on. The time has come. The time is now. Marvin K. Mooney. Let's load up the tool tote. I'm thinking this is pretty cool. I'm actually really liking how this turned out. I like the colors. I like the green with the black, and even the yellow Jane Fonda jump rope here, 1980 here. I'm digging that. And we got the red fire hose in there. That's from Bainbridge Island Fire Department. From my good friend Dag, gave me a bunch of that fire hose, and that's working out cool. So, all right, I got some wrenches. I got some tools. I got my tool bag here. I'm gonna load some of these tools over to here. Not that I'm going to retire this bag, but I just want to see how this all works out with these tools. All right, first up, I'm going to load these wrenches in on each side. I think this is a really cool feature here that you can have some wrenches all lined up here along both sides. You can have a set of metric and standard wrenches. Very cool. You know, and I'm thinking even later you can make a longer one. I could make a longer one, right? That would accommodate more wrenches. Or you could have wrenches. Oh, I put the short one in the deep pocket. This guy goes down here. All right, here we go. Right? You could have wrenches, you know, you could have a standard set that goes all the way around with lots of wrenches. Yeah, there's lots of possibilities, right? Look at this. This is dynamite. Right? I guess this would be a little bit of a mechanics type set with all these wrenches. Very cool. Right? Look at that. Super nice. All right, and then of course we got the chisel pockets here. So I'll load in the chisels into those. I was thinking if I had a cylinder arm sewing machine, I could sew webbing right around the tops of these pieces of fire hose. So I think the cylinder arm sewing machine is on the list. All right, let's see what else we got. All right, could be here that we got the vice grip with the chain. This could slide right into a pocket. Look at that, very nice. All right, yeah, of course we got the hammer. So drop into the center. We can even throw the square in there. That's a nice place for the square to live. What else we got in here? We got some pry bars. Those guys could hang out down there. Right? All right. How about a couple adjustable wrenches? They might live over there. A pair of channel locks. We could drop that right in there. Who knows? A level. Could have all kinds of stuff, you know? This thing is going to evolve and shift and change. And, right? We're a prototype. So I could sew all kinds of different pockets. You know, I could pop this off, put another one on. I don't know. This is just dynamite. I'm really excited about how this is working out. All right, now to this end of the bag here, we got the screwdriver section. Drop in the flathead. Number 2 square drive, 1/4-inch flathead, number 2 Phillips, 11-in-1. I think we'll go T25 Torx. I got the Pika marker. I was using that a lot today. That is an awesome marker. Of course, the Sharpie, right? These are great pencils. The Blackwing here, we'll drop that in there. We got the old-fashioned carpenter's pencil, right? We got the bevel angle finder. Drop that in. Yeah, there's so many things in here, right? Got the mirror. This bag is like, I don't know what this bag is, 100 pounds I'm lugging around. There's so many things in this bag, right? Yeah, mechanical pencil. You gotta have the mechanical pencil, right? And then maybe it's a few of these punches live in here. Gotta have the center punch, the nail set, right? Dropping the pair of dividers right there. Deluxe. Look at this action. All right, I'll spin the bag around to this side right here. In this section I got set up more for doing the pliers. So here we go. We got the linesman's pliers. We got a pair of dikes. We got the needle nose. We got a pair of wire strippers. Right? And maybe it's the tiny set of vice grips here on the end. No, doesn't fit. Does it fit? Just like that. We're in there. All right, around and around she goes. Over to this side, I'm thinking this is more of, I got all these folding Allen wrenches here, right? We got metric, we got standard. We'll drop those in there. Of course, we need a utility knife. And, right, here's something for the patina patrol right there. That could use a little TLC. We'll drop in a cold punch right there. Let's see. Nah, I'm pulling out the cold punch. I'm saying I'm going Japanese saw there. Folding Japanese saw, that's the way to go. All right, now since it's the ScoutCrafter Tool Tote Challenge, I think this tool tote deserves a ride on the Lazy Susan here. All right, first floor here, we got pliers. Come around the corner here, we got screwdrivers. We got Allen keys, Japanese saws, knives, chisels, vice grips, wrenches. We got marking devices here, markers, Pico, Sharpies, mechanical pencils, dividers. Back to the pliers, wrenches, channel locks, adjustable wrenches, levels. What's that squeak going on there? You know, I tell you, you can't be stingy with the 50-50, right? Got to get the tri-flow going on those wheels under there. All right, right on. All right, that wraps it up here for the ScoutCrafter Tool Tote Challenge. I just want to give a big thanks to John there, and thank you so much for putting out the challenge. I think it's such a cool thing to put those out there, and it really brings our YouTube community together. And it's just amazing to see what other people are creating in their shops and building. And what an awesome challenge, because everyone has different tools, everyone has different interests. So it's great to see the different tool totes, caddies, bags, whatever have you, that are coming out of people's shops. So, all right, John, thanks for the challenge. And thanks to all you guys watching this video. Please check out my website, rightonwithjohncrane.com. Lots of stuff going on over there. All right. I hope you guys are great, and I will see you all soon. All right, right on.